judges. I really wish all the judges were here today so that way I could get to know all of your names and get to know you guys a little bit better. But since we're virtual, I'm just going to be talking to you guys as if we were in the room. So I've been with Starbucks for almost a year now. In late August, it'll be my first year here at Starbucks, and I'm super excited to be doing the Barista Championship today. So I've chosen for my shaken espresso to do the brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. I personally really like the flavor of brown sugar. I like to add it to almost all of my drinks. So we're going to be doing that today. Our blonde espresso roast was introduced in 2017. It's perfect for our customers who are looking for like a sweet and smooth coffee. And pairing it with the brown sugar syrup creates a light and sweet flavor, but not too sweet, if you know what I mean. Today I'm going to be making a tall one. So for our shaken espressos, what we're going to do is kind of follow the basic shaken espresso recipe by adding an extra shot. So today we're going to be pulling 2 blonde shots. Our shots should pull anywhere from 18 to 25 seconds per shot. By doing this, we know we're pulling the shot correctly, and you should see 3 main components to the shot, which is the heart, the body, and the crema. The heart is the very bottom layer. It's going to be one of the thicker drops that you first see as it fills the bottom of your shot glass. The body creates the majority of the shot itself. It's a lighter majority piece of the shot. And then the top part, which is like a little bit of foam, is called the crema. And back in the day when coffee was first coming out and created the shots of espresso, a lot of people would scrape off the coffee because it was considered coffee scum. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to walk you through how we make our brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. So first things first, we're going to pull our 2 blonde shots like so. And then we're going to fill up our ice shaker to the tall ice line. And then we're going to add our pumps of brown sugar, which I'm going to do over here. Shots are almost done filling. I'm going to go ahead and grab our oatmeal. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, you should see the 3 pieces to the shot. Down here is the heart, this lighter part is the body, and the top part being the crema. I'm going to pour it over the ice like so, and shake it. There it is. And we're going to add some cinnamon powder on top like so. And put a lid on it. And finish your cookie. Okay. So this is how it will look afterwards. You see how it kind of settles down there. It's not too milky. It's predominantly mainly the shots, and it mixes really well. I personally don't like oat milk that much. I like to switch it out with soy milk, but the cinnamon on top adds a fun flavor. And my next drink is going to be my refresher. So for today, I was going to do a mango dragon fruit refresher. Turns out someone in the cafe actually ordered one, so I was going to go ahead and make this today. It's my personal favorite. Even before working at Starbucks, whenever I was on campus, I would love to pick up a mango dragon fruit before heading to class. That I was going to pour sweet through. Let's be real. So today is going to be a trenza, so you're going to fill your base to that first line. Today it's going to be cut with our lemonade, so we're going to add the pieces real quick. Beautiful. This adds such a fun flavor, fun color. You add the lemonade to that top line right there. Some people add pumps of plastic, I personally do not. And then you fill ice to the top. You grab your shaker. Now, I used to love pairing this with our peach juice, but unfortunately it has been taken from us and I miss it so much. We have a lot of customers that make fun creations, so another one of my favorite refreshers to do is the pink drink with peach juice. It is such a fun flavor that me and a coworker love so much. One day a customer came through the line, ordered it, and we were like, hold on a minute, that sounds really good. So we took a second to try it with the people on the crew for the day, and it's become one of our favorites, and that's why we're kind of hoping peach will come back real soon so we can make those connections more and more. And one of the drinks that I also have at our store is a blended strawberry lemonade. I personally think the lemonade's a little tart, so I like to switch it out for the mango dragon fruit base and blend it like that. And it's my personal drink that I have sitting up in the cafe for customers to order. And a lot of people who don't know what they want in the drive-thru, I love to recommend it to them. And it's a great way for us to connect with our customers. I've actually had people tell me like, this should be a menu item. And it's just something that's fun and fruity for the summer. And it's a great way for me to connect with our customers. So speaking of customer connections, the past year's been kind of weird. I was thrown in mid-pandemic, so I never really understood what Starbucks was like before, like everything shut down before COVID. We faced a bit of adversity with either outages or just lockdowns, and just so much has happened this year. So it's been really fun. So I like to carry on our passion and our practice with our baristas as we continue reopening our cafes. One thing I love to share with our partners is how 99% of our coffee is ethically sourced. This is because of our coffee and farmers' equity practices. This ensures a good livelihood for millions of our farmers to ensure and ensures conservation and environmental practices to meet future demands, because as we know, the demand for coffee keeps increasing as we go on through time. And we also have support centers for all of our farmers throughout the coffee belt, which goes from Eastern Asia all the way through Africa and then into Latin America. A support center in my favorite growing region would be located in North Sumatra, which is one of our blends, in Indonesia. Another fun thing I like to do is share the Starbucks Traceability app with our colleagues and also friends of mine. One day I was in Barnes & Noble and I picked up an anniversary blend and I saw the QR code on it, and I got to show my partner. I was like, hey, look at this. Scan the QR code, show them exactly where it was brewed at, like all the things that it came through, which country, what it pairs with. And it was just like a really cool moment to be able to like carry on my passion to someone I care about. And that being said, my favorite blend is the Komodo Dragon. It can be traced to the Asian Pacific region, and it's a region that produces earthy flavors. Okay, so today I was planning on using a Komodo Dragon blend, but we were out, and that's my personal favorite, so I went with a Sumatra blend today. Both of them are from the same region in the Asia Pacific area, and they both are very dark, bold, and smooth brews. They have an herbally, kind of like earthy flavor to them, and I like it a lot because it's a low acidity level with the coffee, and I love that in my coffee. So today I'm going to do a pour over, and I chose a pour over because it was my first brewing experience as a barista coming into training, and I always love to watch it be done in front of me and watching the new trainees come in and see them going through their first pour over. So today I have my 3 scoops of my ground here today, and it's going to go in my tall cup. And what I'm first going to do is just pour a little just to cover the grinds themselves. And then what we're going to do is wait 5 to 15 seconds for the coffee to bloom. So I'm going to wait a bit. And then what we got to do is, while we're pouring, we're going to make sure we're covering all the ground with circular motion. We're going to go nice and steady. And while I'm pouring, I'm going to go over the fundamentals of brewing and go through what components make a perfect brew. So first is your water. It's okay if you use tap water, as long as it tastes good and clean whenever it's nice and cold. Your water needs to be heated anywhere from 195 degrees to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. This makes sure you extract like the best flavor possible. Our proportion also matters. As I said, I use 3 scoops because for each 2 tablespoons you get 6 fluid ounces of water. And then finally, maybe not finally, we also look at the grind, because of the fact different grinds extract a lot faster than others. For example, with cold brew, you wouldn't want to use a super fine grind. We use a French press grind. And with our espresso, we use a much finer grind than we would brewing tight. And then the last one is also the freshness. When we open our coffee, we want to make sure that we're using it within a week of its opening. Whenever we do seal it, we want to make sure it's like an airtight seal. We don't want to ever reheat our coffee, and we don't want to leave it on the burner for more than 20 minutes. So once this starts going from like a stream to more like individual drops, we're going to go ahead and pull the cone. Recently, I presented my first pour over to a customer because I was hired with COVID and I've never gotten the opportunity to actually present one to someone. My manager told me like Case would be working with me less than a week ago, and I was worrying. I was like, what am I going to do, because of the fact I've never presented one before, and lo and behold, a customer came in specifically asking for a pour over, so it gave me the perfect opportunity to work on that. I'm going to go ahead and pull this. I'm just trying to trash it. Alright. The customer said that his granddaughter recently got him involved in coffee, and he's not much of an expert about what all goes into it, and asked me to perform one for him. So I got to ask deeper questions such as like, what kind of roast were you looking for? He wasn't sure, so I went through. I was like, we have a light, medium, or dark. Which flavor are you looking for? But all he could tell me was he had a long drive ahead of him, and he needed a bit of caffeine, and he likes things on the sweeter side. So I got to give him a blonde roast. I grinded up some beans, let him smell it. He said it was perfect, and we got to not only show him how to do a pour over, but show some of the newer partners in the store how to do that. So it was a great little moment to connect with our customers. And the food pairing I had today was a cinnamon coffee cake. One of my favorites. I grew up with it. My grandma would make it for me every time I would go visit her house in Indiana with some coffee in the morning. So it's near and dear to my heart. Another good pairing for earthy, herbally flavors are butter croissants or cheese danishes. So that's always fun. So yeah, and a few of the pairings that we would have for like maybe Komodo dragon would be your cheese danish or your butter croissant. Our pike would also be really well with the pike coffee cake. And our blonde roast would be a chocolate chip cookie or like sweet chocolatey flavors. And that is my pour over for today. As you can see, it's a nice little cup, and you have room to add cream and sugar. So for my coffee tasting today, I have a special guest, Miss Destiny Vega in the flesh. And today we're going to be doing the 4 pieces of a coffee tasting. So first we're going to smell the coffee. Yeah. Can you describe to me what you smell? Herbal, earthy tones. Yeah. Well, like some beans, right? Some beans. Okay, and then next, whenever you taste it, you make sure you slurp it so it coats the entire portion of your tongue. So we're going to do that. Because it's a low acidity, you won't really feel it too much on any portion of your tongue compared to blonde, where you'll feel it on the sides and the tip of your tongue. It's more of like a smooth, like there's something like that. It's not like dark roast. And then when we do that, we're also gonna figure out what kinds of little notes and hints it has. As we were saying earlier, it's like a really like herbally, earthy taste. It's not like the region it grows in produces things like that compared to like regions in Africa or regions in Latin America where it's more of like a nutty spice blend, or maybe even on the citrusy, chocolatey side. And that's why I really like this, because you can add any type of flavor to it and it kind of goes pretty well. And I'm really sad we did not have our butter croissants today, so today we're going to be using our coffee cake. I was ready. I had my butter croissant earrings and everything today, so we're going to be pairing it with the coffee cake. Beautiful.
I love coffee cake so much.
Yeah.
So good. The coffee cake really like makes it